Hey guys, the stats are out for March. So March being that crazy month where a lot of, borders shut down, we were told to stay home and everything. The real estate market, what happened then? I think everybody probably should know, real estate being such a big part of our economy. Let's see how that kind of affected the Niagara real estate market. So I'll give you a bit of a lowdown here. First of all, sales and new listings went down just slightly. So sales went down around 9%, listings went down slightly about 7%, and that's from March last year. So March last year, was a little bit different, but they're showing that prices were still on a steady incline from this time last year. So prices in Niagara have been on a steady incline for a while, and that wasn't affected last month. If we're looking at the different areas, some areas were down, some areas were up in terms of sales and listings, but right across the board, you can see that people are still buying because prices are not taking a dive. If we look at month to month, let's say compare February to March of this year, and February, remember, was kind of just before we started to figure out that things were going to be changing in a drastic way. And February also was a pretty crazy time in our real estate market in Niagara. Homes were flying off the shelves. People weren't quite putting their homes up for sale just yet. They were waiting for the spring surge to put them up, but there were lots of buyers out there. So things were going really quickly and prices were going up. So we're looking at a month in February that was kind of unlike February's before. So keep that in mind when I'm talking about the stats here. Total sales were down slightly, but again, February was kind of like a banner month. And if we look at February in 2019 versus February 2020, sales increased between 2019 and 2020 in February by 35.5%. Okay, so different kind of month we're comparing to here. And from last month, listings have gone up. So more new listings have come on the market in March than came on the market in February. So people are still putting their listings up, just maybe not that spring surge we might have been expecting for March just yet. So people might be holding back a little bit, and if we're comparing it in relation to the idea of that spring surge where everybody starts to put their house on the market, we're not quite there yet. We can't necessarily say though, since prices are still going up and people are clearly still buying and people are still putting their house on the market, just not at the same level, that we won't necessarily have a late spring surge. And we do have an end in sight ahead of us for this thing. So I can imagine that we're seeing some steadiness here through all of that nuttiness in March. That steadiness should hopefully hold tight and hold straight through in Niagara. Niagara is a special gem of a real estate market, and I'm thinking that's some good news for the Niagara economy. So hopefully you take that away from you today. Happy hump day.